back for many people. Good morning, Jonathan. Good to see you. Good morning, Patricia. Good morning, Leslie. Good morning. Welcome. Good morning, Pat. Welcome. Those of you who are coming in on Zoom, those of you who are coming in on Facebook and the other Facebook. Welcome. We're getting ready to dive in and allow ourselves to take advantage, really take advantage. I'm going to invite you to take advantage of the divine. The divine loves to be taken advantage of because that means we're aligning with integrity to the laws that govern the universe, and that allows us to move into a sweeter space and place of grace and truth. Those are what undergird the universe. Good morning, Kathy. Welcome. Good morning, Lauren. Welcome. We're getting ready to move in to this space. And remember that this spiritual technology, we in this modern day and age, we put a lot of credibility in these devices we're using right now for this, in the apps and software that we use, like the Zoom and Facebook, and so we put a lot of emphasis on the technology of the world, but we know none of that exists without that which comes from the divine. And so the divine technologies are back of all of this. And so we're just using, you are a human being that is made of an electromagnetic field of energy. You are a supercomputer walking around, and you have apps within your beingness that you haven't even accessed yet. And the app we're using today is the Affirmative Prayer app that allows us to connect to a deeper and greater and grander experience of the best technology there is, the law of transmutation, the law of creation, so that we may steep and step into a greater experience of a good, because that's what undergirds the universe. So just like you have to reboot your computer or defrag, I don't know if we have to do that anymore, but basically in essence means we realign and we reconnect to the most efficient flow of information, and that shows up as revelation, and we know that the truth is what sets us free. So good morning, good to see you, Galia and Florence. And Lori, good to see you. Welcome. We're getting ready to take off here. And as always, conscious participation in the evolution of your personality or your ego equaling the human experience, meaning that if there's anything going on in your life that doesn't feel right, this is the one thing we want to become a little bit more aware of, is our divine sensorium is what allows us to observe our human senses. And one of the things that happens when you come and you're born into time and space, into a human body, is you move from oneness into duality, and you can see the evidence of that because the minute you get born, you get two eyes, but they're connected to the one eye. You get two ears that are connected to the one ear. You get two hemispheres of your brain that are connected to the one hemisphere of the divine mind. And you get everything comes down, split down the middle, because we came into duality. We have two arms, two legs. We have two sides of your lungs. We've got all of that reflecting. And when we bring those two halves into wholeness, into harmony, when we take our doing and our being and we align them and we bring them into harmony, then we're good to rock and roll in this world and have an amazing time. So that's what we're doing. That's why we open to our divine sensorium. We bring everything back into alignment so that we can experience good, greater good. And if you got a lot of good going on, then we're super grateful, and we'll take that and we'll go from glory to greater glory. And if you have a little challenge going on, then we want to bring that into alignment. We want to bring it into balance so that both hemispheres of your beingness are back in integrity with the one essence of the divine. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to invite you to just become aware of anything that you might be liking transmutation for, and anything that you would like to expand, increase. Something even maybe you'd like to know. Knowingness is different than intellectual understanding. Knowingness lifts us into the realms of divine awareness, and that's where the ahas come in. So we're all, most of us, whether you know it or not, we're looking for the aha. We're looking for that good. So I'm going to invite you to just go ahead as we move into this conscious conscious participation in our human evolution into the oneness with our soul. It is inevitable. It's going to happen no matter what. It's already in your bones and cells. So let's just connect to it. We're going to go ahead and begin. We begin by returning to the beginning. We return to the beginning by leaving time and space, opening through the portal of gratitude. Gratitude lifts us into the space of awe. Awe allows us to remember the truth that there is a grace, a beauty, a power, and a presence beyond our wildest dreams, that which we call the universe, the divine, the creator, whether we call it Jehovah, or Allah, or Yahweh, or Adonai, that divine presence that is everywhere, everywhere, in every space and every place, in the furthest reaches, amongst the farthest stars, in the furthest galaxies, to the closest, most recesses of our cells, our bones, closer than our hands and feet, nearer than our breath. We open to that holy light and we allow ourselves to return home. Home to the very heart, the very mind, the very light, the very life of God Almighty. And there's only one way to do that, and that is to remember that we are one with this. And as the sacred teachings of the mystical order always dictate, we are born in the image and likeness of the divine. And so the entirety of the kingdom of heaven, the entirety of the divine intelligence, the entirety of the power that brings everything into form, the entirety of the wisdom and the knowledge to understand and perceive correctly the truth about everything and everyone resides right where we are. We carry it with us everywhere we go. There's no way to be separate from our good. There's only a way to be separate from the experience of it. And so we are choosing to transmute, transcend, rise into a greater experience, that our human experience rises into the elegance and the brilliance and the beauty of the soul. We remember the truth of who we are, and the very same power, the very same intelligence that is right now blooming every flower on the planet, that is getting ready to move into fall in the northern hemisphere and spring in the southern, the one that is orbiting the planet on that slight tilt on its axis around the sun, that we may experience the lengthening, the shortening, and the equilibrium of the days. We just become in awe as we look at nature and we see how it reflects the divine. We open to that and we remember we are one with this. We are one with nature. We are one with God. We are born in the image and likeness, so we say yes. We say yes as we open to our lives. We take a moment in spiritual selfishness to reflect on your own life. And if there's any area of a challenge, whether it's physical or situational, whether it's financial or in a relationship, any of that, we choose to bring all relationships into harmonizing good, into mutual beneficial reverence and respect. We choose to bring every relationship into a sacred holy space. So if there is anywhere that the law of transmutation as forgiveness, as redemption, as purification is necessary for any relationship, all relationships, we allow that. We allow that elixir. We allow that energy to go behind us and make and return the years the locusts have eaten. We say yes to that. We say yes. We don't need to know how. We simply allow. We evoke this energy. We allow it to purify and cleanse. We allow ourselves to redeem and purify the relationship we have with ourselves, that we may be whole and complete and fully in love with ourselves, not from the ego's perspective, but from the divine perspective, that you see yourself, know yourself, love yourself as God sees, knows, and loves you. It is a humble and brilliant experience, and we choose to move into that space. We choose to feel our oneness with all life. We choose to allow transmutation to revitalize, alchemize, and bring everything into alignment financially. We know God is our source and our supply of all good and holds nothing back. There's only one person that holds anything back from us, and that is us. Nobody else has the authority to do so. You have full dominion over your lives. We have full dominion. That is not the same as the power of the ego. That is the power of compliance with the laws of elegance, brilliance, beauty, and manifestation. And so we open to that. We return home. We remember the truth, the law of creation, the energy of the soul flowing through the crown into your heart, that divine impulse revealing its secrets of that which brings us joy. We say yes to that, to a greater and grander experience of grace, beauty, bliss. We open our hearts, our bodies, our minds, our souls. We become benevolently vulnerable, meaning we are only vulnerable to good. We are only available to good. We are only available to truth that sets us free, that expands us. We open into that space of grace and we expand. We fill and thrill every morsel, muscle, cell, bone, ligament, organ, tissue with radiant wellness and vitality, homeostasis, flowing through our beingness before we evoke it. We return home. The perfect blueprint of our beingness has been with us and always will be with us. Wherever we go, it's impossible for it not. We just bring it back into alignment. We allow the temporal conditions of our world to reattune, realign with the eternal frequency of the soul. I'm truly grateful to know that each and every one of us has everything we need coded, loaded, embedded, imbued, endowed within our beingness, every single one of us. We have the birthright to access our prosperity, our wellness, our goodness, our harmony, our cooperation in every way, shape, and form. So we do so right now, and we feel that energy pulsing down to the crown, through the shoulders, down through your arms, into your hands, into your fingertips, down into your heart and torso, your hips and legs and feet, your entire beingness like a sponge, just fully absorbent in the holy light. Returning home, we return home. We feel that in our toes, in our ankles, in our heels. We feel wellness, prosperity, joy, cooperation, and we allow the world to love us. Everyone is allowing everything and everyone to love you, see you as a divine emanation of the Most High. As we open into divine right receivership, we recalibrate and return, remembering that all souls love each other beyond your wildest dreams. Every soul unconditionally celebrates every other soul, so we bring that into the human experience. As challenging as it could be to the surface mind, we rise into a greater consciousness of being in the world but not of the world, not only in our own physical bodies, emotion and mental bodies, but in our body of affairs. We allow all relationships to return to the holy status, the status of infinite glory. We open to that. And as we do, we bring into our awareness, remembering that the presence and the power of infinite benevolent potential and possibilities resides right where we are. We just seek to find it. We seek to apply, activate it. And so we bring into our awareness, anybody we are holding in prayer, any family member, any friend. We speak their name out loud or silently in your mind. Just say their name to the fullest of your ability. If you know their middle name, just activate a connection to them. We are all one. There is no separation. We're moving into the mystical realms of feeling our oneness, the butterfly effect. We're feeling into the grid. We're feeling into the divine matrix. We are feeling into our oneness with God and all sentient beings. And as we hold them in our awareness, we hold for them right where they are. God is, good is, love is, wellness is, peace is. Whatever is necessary, the law of transmutation is there to up-level and uplift anything for them. We know there is no difficulty, there is no challenge, there is no opposition in the divine. And so we open and we hold this for them. We see them celebrating wellness, prosperity, joy, harmony. We open into this, we celebrate it for them. We take a moment and we expand out a little bit further into our tribe, into society. And if there's anyone, anywhere that brings up any form of judgment, any form of separation, any form that they are a they and we are a we allow ourselves to move into a space where there is no enemy, there is only the glory of oneness. And so if there's anybody you've seen, perhaps a politician, perhaps somebody in the news, perhaps a law enforcement official, perhaps somebody out in the market or in traffic that feels like they've gone against you, we say yes to rejuvenating, transmuting that energy, knowing nothing is against anything. There is no adversary in the divine. There is only harmony. We choose to recoagulate. We choose to rejuvenate every aspect. We requalify the energies. We return home in our body of affairs. In every area of our lives, we leave no bone, no stone unturned. And as we hold this, for everyone out in the world, we know that we are blessing. Our job, our responsibility is to bless everything and everyone. We began by blessing ourselves, our friends, our family members. We blessed everyone out. We remember that we never condone behaviors that are out of integrity. We only rise them. We rise them. We call everything to be back in integrity, to bring it back home, to anchor heaven on earth to, through, and as our beingness. So we bless all societies, all cultures, all beings, and we begin to capture the vision. The vision, we must capture the vision as we capture the vision of your perfect life, so passionately attuned to the very things that make your heart sing, to your purpose. We capture that vision as a vibration that reverberates throughout your beingness. We capture the vision of a perfect experience of holy, sacred relationships in your life. Capture it. Feel the reverberation. Return home with me right now to the perfect relationships that are mutually beneficial, reverent and kind and respectful. Everywhere you go, there's a reverberation of cooperation. There's good and pure and sincere, tangible and experiential. And as we hold that, we go out a little further and we see where everyone is cooperating. All peoples, we capture the global vision of a world that works for everyone, win-win, for this is the way the universe works. There is no life without cooperation. All the stars cooperate within all the galaxies, with all the planets. So we cooperate with this, just as the Earth is cooperating with the moon and the sun and all of the other planets as they elegantly orbit around. We cooperate with our own wellness. We cooperate with our own prosperity. We cooperate with sacred, holy relationships. We choose to have divine right knowing and perception in our beingness. We activate it. We allow our divine sensorium to be so awakened that we see with the one inner eye, we hear with the one inner ear, we know with the divine mind the truth, always the truth, and we allow this to be the only thing that motivates us. We are only motivated by enthusiasm and inspiration, never by fear, only by the light, the grace, the beauty, the truth of the soul, the truth of the divine. And I'm grateful to speak this word as we bless all sentient beings, all of our beloved furry family members, the ones that are living in our home, whether they live in a tank of water, they live in a cage with feathers, or if they are walking around on their four legs in their furry beauty. We open to them, we bless them. We bless all the ones out in nature, out in the wild, right where they are. We are all connected. This is not a world just made for humans. It's made for all sentient beings, the little ones, the big ones, the whales, the butterfly. We open to that. We bless everything. We're all connected. We bless our beloved plant kingdom. We bless the earth. We bless everything and everyone. We claim it as good. We bless it so. We claim it so. We bring it back to our awareness, anchoring heaven on earth, goodness on earth, peace on earth, love on earth, wellness on earth, to, through, and as our beingness. We ground it so. We claim it so. We let it be so, bringing it all the way down from and through our soul star, through our crown, through our torso, our root, all the way down to our earth star. This is where we ground. This is where we make it real in the temporal world. We bring the eternal into time and space. We anchor it, we ground it, we claim it, we move into divine receptivity, and we let it be so. We agree to it, claiming it by saying, and so it is, and so we let it be, and so I let it be. Amen, amen, amen. Ashe, Aho, Mahalo, Shalom, Hotep, and Hallelujah. And as we come back into a lucid space, I just welcome you back, marinating for a moment in this space of grace, of beauty. I'm going to invite you to just allow this to have its way. This is transformational work. We don't want to be the same. We want to keep changing, upgrading. Just like your phone keeps upgrading, you upgrade the apps, we upgrade our phones. We want to upgrade our own beingness to the next greatest version of you, of me, of we. that's what we're doing individually and collectively. So I'm grateful to see you here. Have a beautiful, blessed rest of your day. Remember, tomorrow is Sunday, so we'll be at Soul Center. I'll be at Soul Center live streaming from soulcenteroc.com. So if you want to join in, stillness meditation begins at 10 a.m., soulcenteroc.com, and then our service with our music and our message to get you all revved up starts at 10:30. So we will be streaming live tomorrow on Facebook and also via live streaming from our website. Have a beautiful and blessed rest of your Saturday, and we will see you either tomorrow or we'll see you on Monday through Saturday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Much love to you all. Peace and blessings. All right, Zoomers, good to see you all.